So, as many of us continue to remain at home, I wanted to try and help you with your inevitable Netflix scrolling by giving you some old favourites to comfort watch, or even some new discoveries. This is the best Netflix titles currently available. Now, I've been thinking about this probably too much, and if I was a part of Xavier's School for the Gifted Youngsters at 33, then I would want my ability to be the fact that I just knew what I wanted to watch, right? And I know this may seem stupid against all their abilities or powers, but let me paint the scene for you. So you're chilling in your dorm room, you have Cyclops outside, he's roaming the halls because it's 1 minute past curfew, and he's just desperately trying to feel wanted. You have a test tomorrow with Wolverine on survival skills that you haven't studied for. So naturally, you load up Netflix, and you scroll, and you scroll, and you scroll. Next thing you know, it's 3 AM, you haven't watched anything, and your roommate has just come in drunk, saying that they went for drinks with Nightcrawler after rehearsals for his upcoming version of Speed the Plough. So you lie in bed, racked with anxiety, that you think Wolverine's going to let loose, and you'll come back to this dorm room with more fingers than teeth. All because you didn't know what to watch. Now, with that undeniably plausible scenario out the way, this is first up.
My plastic surgeon doesn't want me doing any activity where balls fly at my nose.
Well, there goes your social life.
Now, there are truly few movies as quotable as Clueless.
Dion and I were both named after great singers of the past who now do infomercials.
Cher, get in here.
What's up, Daddy?
What the hell is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein. Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if. Whatever.
I tried a drinking game with this movie and did not succeed. I had like 3 beers in the first 4.5 minutes, and by the 20-minute mark had to stop completely. Now, for those stronger willed than I, you may be able to complete that challenge, but if you don't, regardless, you'll still have a blast watching this. And if you haven't, for some reason, seen it, I envy you so much.
What good is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Amen? Amen. Amen. Thank you, church.
From a comfort movie to a new discovery, Burning Cane and its director, Philip Yeomans, made history by being not only the youngest person to ever have a movie at Tribeca Film Festival, at 19 years old, not annoyed at all, but he also became the first black director to win the Founders Prize. And with that incredible feat out the way, the movie itself showcases a vision that includes Wendell Pierce as a small-town Louisiana minister. Now, I don't really want to give too much away, so this recommendation will come strange by design, because I love it when I'm watching a movie that I know nothing about. However, I'll give you a small synopsis. An ageing mother who lives in the cane fields in Louisiana is torn between her religious convictions and her son. Now, if that piques your interest, give Burning Cane a watch and let me know what you think afterwards. Now we go from Louisiana to the Moron Mountain and Bugs, the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan. Now, as a side note, even though it's not a movie, The Last Dance, that's also on Netflix, is definitely worth a watch. It chronicles the Chicago Bulls during the Jordan years, and even if you don't like basketball or have never seen it before, it's one of the best things I've seen in ages. But back to Space Jam, it's another contender for a drinking game, and yep, you may see a theme here, but one of them is to take a drink every time you see a slam dunk. And for those of you that haven't seen it, this is how the movie starts.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Wave your hands in the air if you feel fine. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam.
So that will certainly keep you going, and put my hands up, it is very much a nostalgia pick, but right about now, I'm okay with wrapping myself in that warm nostalgic blanket.
You having a good time?
Yes.
This is me. This is how I win.
I went to the movies to see Uncut Gems back in the glory days, and I came out sweating like I'd just stolen food from the fridge, and my parents are shouting at my brother for it. It follows this charismatic jeweler called Howard, who's played by Adam Sandler, and look, we all know the amount of movies that he's done. However, this is just a little reminder again that he's still got chops. It's got this really, really anxiety-inducing conclusion, and you barely see anyone sitting down because the rest of the movie is just constant 90 miles an hour. And like, out of all the ones on the list here, this is probably the one I'm going to rewatch.
Needless to say, I keep on check. She was on back, never learn less. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Baby, you're a wreck. Ooh, certain things you just can't refuse. She wanna drive me. Yeah.
Finally, we have the best Spider-Man movie that's been made to date. Now, I suspect many of you have already seen it. However, it didn't get placed onto the movies of the decade list when it probably should have, so I'm placing it on this list. And like I spoke about earlier, it was one of those movies that I didn't know much about going into, and it was like being dropped into Miles Morales' life via Google Street View, and you were able to like absorb all these intricacies and the love that's plastered all over this movie, and not even to mention the spot-on humour or the new life that this movie brought into a commonly seen character. Now that's my list on the best movies that are currently available on Netflix. And if you want to add to the list and share with everybody else, put them in the comments so we can all save each other from that dreaded scrolling. Cheers, and I'll see you again.